Hey, how's it going, everyone? Black Cat Hobbies here with some more of that Monster Hunter stories. We're gonna continue on with the main quest line. We apparently have to head to a mine. Let me just deal with one thing real fast. Alright. Just trying to make sure that the microphone doesn't pick up any of the noise from the TV, because that'd be a little awkward. Gonna go ahead and hit that. A little better gear than I did have. You know what, I got a bunch of those. I don't really need them, so just easy fodder for the thing to level it up. If I could just level it up. That's what I thought. Didn't have anything new on here. So let's get moving. Gotta go to the mine. Which means I'm also gonna have to use a warm mist again. Mildly annoying about that. Hot mist, I guess, technically. It's kind of annoying since Zamtrios and Lagambi are both fine, but everything else isn't. Well, myself as well because of the armor I'm wearing, but at least I stocked up. So how is everyone doing? And hopefully you're all enjoying the series. I must say that this game is definitely interesting, and I'd have to look at the time again that I've put into it, but I'm fairly sure I feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of it. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who enjoy certain types of games, and they can be enjoyable. I've never been much of a multiplayer person when it comes to, like, shooters. And, I mean, I'll enjoy them, but the communities are, at times, what are a turn-off to me. You know, when you got, and this may come out wrong, you got a bunch of little kids in multiplayer lobbies trying to trash talk when they're not even technically old enough to own the game, but their parents went ahead and bought it for them because they don't want to have to deal with it. It's kind of annoying. Back when I had to sell games, it's something that always just kind of annoyed me. Especially when I then want to go home, relax, maybe enjoy some gaming, and then have to put up with basically the whole thing that was annoying me. Then anyway, let's see. There's speed. And Baggy himself. We'll bring in Red Kezu. But of course, games of that nature, when multiplayer is a huge draw, get marketed and they're expecting you to spend a ton of time playing multiplayer. So you'd end up with like a 6-hour campaign for $60, and it's just kind of like, what? Why? Why am I having to spend $60 on a 6-hour campaign when I'm basically not even going to play the other half of the game? Because I won't be really touching the multiplayer. It was just always something so annoying, especially when, you know, you pay $60 for that, whereas you could grab an RPG or a strategy game, or pretty much several other types of games, like, ouch. At least Kezu's awake, but ouch. A good example was always something like, say, Skyrim. $60, and you're looking at, I've heard, I guess you can complete it in about 30 hours or so. It's, I mean, $2 an hour of play versus $10 an hour of play still is a lot better. But at the same time, a game of that nature, I mean, Oblivion before it was a game where you could easily sink several hundred hours into it. Something like a Borderlands. A lot of good action, an enjoyable game. If you actually tried to hit max level, or at least at one point, it had been said that if you tried to do every side quest in one playthrough on, like the original Borderlands, you're looking at anywhere between 24 hours to 72 hours, depending on what you were doing. And, I mean, it was an enjoyable game. I know back when I was first playing it, I definitely took my time, explored everything. If I go back and play it again, I'll ignore certain parts, and it's definitely a shorter game now. But I've played it a lot, so I'm not wandering around trying to find stuff, things of that nature. Yeah, might as well. That's not what I meant to hit. Might as well. Back when I was selling games, a good example that came up was Batman Arkham City. Great game, you know, normal price. And I hadn't gone through and like found all the Riddler trophies and pretty much done all of the side content. That would have definitely made it take a lot longer. And when people were asking about it, it's like, yeah, it's a great game. I beat it in a day. There's a caveat to that, but I still beat the main campaign in a day. Alright, all the baggy stuff. I think I still have a side quest for baggies, that's why I went ahead and hit those. Now, at the time of playing Arkham City, I do have the caveat I had to throw in was I had surgery at the time, like, it was probably the day before I got it, or definitely within a couple of days from getting it, and I was ordered to stay off my foot for like a week. Couldn't work, because I was working retail at the time, and my job required me up and moving around the whole time, so basically, well, it worked out in such a way where I took my vacation actually going or leading into back then the way the schedule would work out is, in this case, I had the surgery like in the first day or two of July, probably like July 1st, 2nd, somewhere in there. I'll get back to that after the cutscene.
It's so cold! My whiskers are frozen stiff! How come you don't feel the chill?
I have frostfang, so I'm all right.
I see. He keeps you warm. By the way, Frostfang is a pretty cool name. When did you come up with it?
When I met him for the second time.
What did you call him before then?
Fuzzfangs.
Say what?
Okay,
He was so cute and fluffy. He was the first thing that came to my mind.
And you bonded with Frostfang when you met again.
That's right. It was a very cold day, like today. I'm freezing. Oh no, there's a monster here. Huh? Barrios? Why did you... Hold on. Is that you, Fuzzbangs? I'm so happy to see you again. But you're all grown up. Fuzzbangs doesn't suit you anymore. Why don't I call you Frostfang? Frostfang, would you like to come with me? That's when we bonded.
That's so touching! I almost teared up!
Frosty places always remind me of that day. Anyway, let's keep going.
I like the story, but I wish Navi would have kept his mouth shut. Alright, so back to what I was talking about. Ooh, okay. Diamond dust and that. So yeah, basically I had surgery. And within a day or two of surgery was my birthday. And where I was working at the time was used to me taking usually the whole week off, just because of the way things would work out schedule-wise. Basically, it'd be my birthday, and then my wife, we were dating back then, her birthday's the day after mine, and I'd want to be able to have the day off to spend time with her. And then back then I was also playing Magic the Gathering a lot, and there was almost always a pre-release either the weekend before or the weekend after our birthdays. And so talked it over with work. As long as I had the vacation time, they already realized I was basically going to be taking 4 days out of a 7-day period off anyway. So we just worked it out that I'd take the whole week off, and I did that for several years. So they were just used to it happening. They didn't mind, they had people to cover. I was using vacation time that I had saved up because I didn't really take vacation any other time. And yeah, it's just the way it worked out. Great game, but yeah, most people wouldn't beat it in a day just with the circumstances that happened to be at the time of me getting the game. I had basically a whole week where I was told that, at least for a few days, I wasn't supposed to be on my feet. And then it was kind of like, you know what? Might as well just relax and enjoy the week anyway, so took it easy. Of course, this was back in, I want to say it was back in my college years. Either late high school or college, so of course we're talking summer break. Not supposed to be on the foot. Can't go to work, at least for some of it. So yeah, it worked out. That great game, just happened to have a lot of time to play it at the time. And at the time, it was the latest game I had gotten. So of course it was the main thing I was playing. See, as of recording this one, I was looking at Monster Hunter Rise the other day. $60 game. I mean, we've got the new expansion, Sunbreak. By the time this video comes out, Sunbreak will probably already be out. So prepping for that, and I was looking at my time frame for how many hours I can put into Rise. And I'm probably on the low end of people playing it. Definitely on the lower end of time-wise for content creators. And I'm over 100 hours into that game, just working on stuff, and there's plenty more I want to get done before the expansion comes out. Because at the time of recording this, I've still got about a month or so. So assuming that my recording studio doesn't get too warm to be able to play it, Yeah. So, I mean, 60 for a game that you're going to get 100 plus hours out of, that sounds like a great value. You know, it's just, it is the way it is. I know I'm kind of rambling. And I do enjoy first-person and third-person shooters. But unless it's a title like a Borderlands or something else that I'm just really looking forward to, and I know I'm going to get a good story and hopefully a decent length campaign out of, I don't really have an issue with waiting until it drops in price. If this channel ever gets big enough where, you know, publishers send games or copies of games to play, or it gets to the point where just the channel's doing enough to pay bills and support the family and stuff like that, yeah, I might start picking up more of those sort of things. But right now I gotta be sort of picky about what I play, make sure it's something I get a lot of content out of. It's why I tend to go more for the RPGs and such, is I know I'll be able to get a lot of time out of it. A lot of videos. So right now it's, even if I want to branch into other things, one of the shorter series will probably be Metroid Dread. I am looking forward to bringing that content. And if anyone's interested, I do plan to put out Saints Row the 3rd content, hopefully before the reboot of the series comes out. My wife happens to have a copy of that for the Switch. I would play it on my PC, that's where I've played it in the past, but sadly my PC won't be able to run the game and the recording software at the same time. It's something I am looking to upgrade down the road when, you know, the channel's doing a little better. But yeah, for now, I gotta pick games where I know I can get a lot of content out of. Or, if it happens to be given as a gift, well, it'll probably get played anyway. Well, okay, if it's given as a gift, I know I'm gonna play it, but it might get played on the channel as well to get extra enjoyment out of it. And so if you see branching out into genres of games that I don't play as often, it probably means I received it as a gift because it was something I wanted, and probably something I wanted to do on the channel, but maybe I was having a little bit of a hard time justifying the cost or something at the time. Just because I don't necessarily know how many hours I'll be able to get out of it for content creation purposes. Like, when I get to Dread. Dread was a gift from my brother-in-law, and I really appreciate it. It's a game I wanted either way. Because I was really looking forward to playing it. I'm still looking forward to playing it. But with the stuff that was coming out around the same time frames, they had to be prioritized a little more for the sake of how much content can I get out of this for the channel. But, man, I am definitely looking forward to playing Dread. The other main reason I haven't really gotten to it is I need to get back to Dark Souls.
We'll handle it together.
And I've actually heard from some people that bounce between a lot of games. At the time when Dread was coming out, some of them were playing Dark Souls a lot, and they were actually getting their button inputs mixed up between the two. And Dark Souls being Dark Souls, I'm not sure I want to be doing that. I might give it and go for it anyway, but we'll see. Then again, at the time I'm working on Dread, I might still be working on this title as well. It does seem... I was doing some looking about stuff earlier. I had looked up a walkthrough, as much as I hate to admit it. And I wasn't looking up to see how stuff are done, or how, like, quests are going to go and stuff like that. As terrible as this might sound, I was looking at a walkthrough because I've been making so many Monster Hunter Stories videos, and then rendering and stuff like that, because of having to work around weather and all at the moment, I've actually recorded considerably more than I've uploaded at the moment. And so I've got them sitting on my desktop needing to upload, and I was actually beginning to forget what order the quests went in. So I had to look up a walkthrough just to remember what went where for uploading. It's terrible, I know, but
You're getting stronger.
with everything going on and not knowing when the blower motor on the furnace is going to be repaired or replaced, we've talked to several people. One, when they finally got back to us, gave us an estimate on... Oh, okay, that's just the expedition party's come back. Not a big deal. One company basically just gave us an estimate on... instead of just replacing the motor, which is all that really needs done to it, they took so long to get back to us that they completely forgot what we needed and sent us an estimate to have a brand new air conditioner and furnace. And they've actually not been the easiest to, like, keep in touch with. A few others we haven't heard back from at all. Oh, it's Amtrios. And then, there's another one, and I've heard they're supposed to be really good. Spoke with them through an email. They messaged us back asking what the model of the furnace was. And so we sent them the model of the furnace. Didn't hear back. Checked my email, wasn't entirely sure if the message had gone through, like we waited a week or two just to give them the benefit of the doubt. Still hadn't heard anything. So resent the info just to be on the safe side. Probably been another week or two by this point. Still haven't heard back from them. Probably going to call them here soon. But yeah, basically because of it, I'm having to make sure I have enough videos recorded that if it starts getting too warm to record, I don't end up on another couple month hiatus because of stuff. Yeah, actually I guess we do have a Monsky that could let us swim. Really don't like the hopping animation. But I gotta stay on this for a moment. So yeah, it's just... I don't know. Stuff is being frustrating. But it is what it is. I'm just trying to make sure I've got enough videos ready to go that if something comes up, I've still got plenty that can go up to at least have a video a week for a while. And if it gets too hot to record, I'm hoping to have enough ready to go that, let's see. Xantrios will be technical. Zamites will be also technical, maybe? I don't remember now, actually. We're gonna let it roll for now. Okay, I did have it right. Probably means I'm gonna bring out Anjanat here in a moment, but... Or maybe Raka. But yeah, just... If it gets to the point where it's too hot to record for a while, I want to at least make sure there's videos up to fill the gap. So I'm doing a ton of recording right now. So if y'all are making comments and like on ways to improve and you're not seeing anything for a little bit, I'm listening. It's just that, yeah, it may be that I have a bunch of videos already in the can. So it's going to take a little bit to actually take advantage of it. Now, this may be a little bit pointless. If Overwatch 2 ever actually comes out, I might pick it up. I haven't decided yet. Overwatch 2 does intrigue me a little more than Overwatch 1. I dabbled in 1, but it's really the kind of game where if you want to be putting out content for it, it pretty much feels like it needs to be the only thing you're working on. Because to be any good, you pretty much have to main that game and nothing else. Kind of like when I was doing content for Destiny. It was fun, but I felt like I couldn't focus on other games that much because if I took time to work on another game, I couldn't be putting in the time that was required to play Destiny, because with the Destiny model, if you weren't playing Destiny, you were kind of missing out. Kind of why I stopped playing is that their current model, on top of just not being a big fan of some of the changes they've made in the past, their current model just works in such a way where I'd rather not have to put in I'm trying to figure out how to say it so it doesn't sound wrong. Like, it was definitely enjoyable, but between season passes and everything else, it really got to the point where it felt like it consumed your life. But even enjoying it, I don't know if I just got burnt out or something, I don't entirely know. It probably didn't help that in my, I guess you could say, network, I couldn't even do the hardest content that I wanted to. If I wanted to do raids and stuff like that, and actually start bringing raids to the channel, that sounded like it would be enjoyable. Well, with my network of friends, could never get 6 people together reliably. So we usually had to find help, and if we found help, no guarantee could record it because, you know, you gotta make sure everybody's comfortable with that. And then half the time we ran into problems anyway. Or we'd end up running into like internet connection issues or a few times the headsets weren't working properly, so we were basically having to have me with the headset on and my wife without a headset on, and so I'm calling queues into the next room over to make sure that no one's missing anything, and Yeah, that's definitely not something you want to hear over the microphone because that runs the risk of blowing out eardrums. So, wasn't I already this way? Right, I was coming this way. Icebound bone. Can't jump that. Not that I have a reason to. Am I missing something here? Oh, that's another jump platform. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something. And apparently I was. I didn't expect to see so many paths blocked up. There's more debris than farther we go. If we follow the trail, it should lead to the monster. Good idea. Let's give it a go. Yeah, I'd rather not deal with more baggy right now. Anti-bleed, okay. Don't have a way to go up there, but should grab these bones. Ah. Sorry, got something weird going on. So this is the culprit behind all the broken rocks. We got it now. Buddy, you ready? Alright, so we have a bear-off. I think. I was right. For some reason, I completely blanked when I popped up. I know this isn't your fault, but I have to protect my home. We're not done rebuilding yet. We're not about to sit by and let it trouble the merchant any longer either. Alright, they're a speed type. I'm not sure why Zamtrius is choosing to go with speed to begin with. And I think I want Jupiter's Sphere. I'm a little surprised it doesn't have multiple parts to break. Keep it up. I think I should have brought my bear off with me. I do actually kind of like it, though it is weird to think that it's a speed type. At least to me it's weird. I always would have assumed it's a power. Then again, maybe they were thinking they had too many power types already. I don't know. Okay, why did I not notice that before? Also, why is hammer not effective against it? I don't know, I could be thinking too much of regular Monster Hunter type games. Roth love rolling in the mud. Bad news, it stinks. Good news, it makes them vulnerable to water element attacks. When they're not in the mud, use fire element attacks. Try switching monsters to give yourself the upper hand. Well, it's not as good, but since it rolled in the mud, oh sure, now it has parts. Oh, and it's going technical, okay. So it's speed technical? Not speed power? Alright. Well, knowing that now, if it's gone technical, try to break its tail. You do you. I don't know, maybe I should have teamed up.
Okay, Frostbang!
I'm sorry if I just kind of rambled on for a while in the video. It's just something I was thinking about. Yeah. I know, it's more talking than I do in most videos, at least I think. Okay, it's still covered. Going for Mud Splash. World. Oh, it's back down to normal, so I might as well kinship it. Level 2 is not ideal, but it is what it is.
Nice job!
Come on, Barrows, you shouldn't have that much more. Let's see, that makes it back to speed. Come to think of it, I can swap back. Especially now that it's back to being weak to fire. So that's what that does. This probably isn't the most ideal setup, leaving Pantrios out, but that works. Mud Mantle again. But I'm about ready to kingship again. Okay. So that'll bring it back to technical. Wait, it scales back to full? I'm sure I had done damage to it. Oh, why am I not surprised? Yeah, why not? We'll team up on this one.
Okay, Frostbang!
Yeah, part broken. Thank you. You fought with grace and determination. Now we can carry on rebuilding the village.
You're getting stronger.
Hey, you know we're happy to help, but just look at that. Or at my fur, I'm covered in mud. Yeah, typical Navi.
We did it, buddy! Now the Popo can get through the cave, and the shop can keep on running!
Thanks for your help. Getting the shop back to normal will mean a lot to the owner, and it'll bring back some hustle and bustle to our village.
Your village has come a long way since it was destroyed. It must have been really hard on you.
It was. Although Frostfang and I spent some time away from the village, too.
Really? Why, if you don't mind me asking?
When I came back to the village with Frostfang, after we bonded, listen, everyone!
Lavina, move away from that monster!
We can't sustain any more damage to the village.
He won't do any harm!
How do you know it's not blighted? It's too much risk. We won't allow it.
If he's not allowed in the village, then I'm leaving too. And so I left my beloved village, so that I might stay together with Frostfang.
I can't believe they didn't trust you and your Monstie!
The Black Blight didn't just destroy our village. It also destroyed people's trust in monsters.
That's terrible!
Seeing you and Ratha makes me remember how it felt to be with Frostfang back then. But no matter what happens, you must believe in your Monstie.
We'll prove that Ratha has nothing to do with that spooky legend. You'll see! Okay, gang, it's back to the chief! My paws are sore from walking. Let me hop on, Fuzzfangs.
Frostfang, smack him.
Hey! No need to be so frosty with me!
Just smack him away. Alright. Ooh. Missing something apparently. Alright, so all that stuff I was talking about earlier, there actually was a point to it that I never just quite got to. We're going to do this the easy way and just teleport back. So basically, in looking up to remember what order the videos need to go in, I discovered that when we complete Kuan Village, we should be roughly halfway through the game, if I'm understanding things correctly. So, I mean, with the amount of time that's going into it, I'd say it's a reasonable amount of gameplay for the price. Now, normally I would enjoy things like Game Pass as well, but with my Xbox acting up, it's kind of a little tough. Hey Chief, we got your merchant sorted out. Splendid! I can't thank you enough, so on to the next task. Wait, what? There's more? I want you to gather materials from a Toby Kadachi found in the Laloska Rocky Canyon. Static electricity from its fur could power our windmills, if only we could catch the slippery critter. In that case, we can track down the monster and collect its fur. Well, that'll be fun. Alright, wonderful. I truly can't thank you enough, my friends. Please take this as a token of gratitude. Ooh, mega potions. Nice. Well, what do we have over here real fast?
Hey there.
It's rude to stare at people, but I bet you think I'm a good-for-nothing layabout just sipping my hot milk here. Hot milk? That just doesn't sound appealing. When I was younger, about your age, I had big dreams too. What's that? You want to hear my clues? And what you'll do then, huh? Oh, interesting. So basically it's about a lost pirate treasure. I'll worry about that later. That look of determination, that youthful spirit. Alright, well, I'll share the clues I found with you. I boarded my beloved boat sailing away from my homeland. On the beach, I left the location of my treasure. It's the only clue I got, but not like it says where the beach is or anything. You call that a clue? Wow, your clue is terrible, dude. Alright, but with that, we've made it through that quest. Next video looks like we're dealing with a Toby Kadachi. Yeah. I hope you're all enjoying the series. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification icon. You know, all that standard YouTube jazz. I've been Black Cat Hobbies, and I'll see you all in the next one.